All right. Hello, friends. We are live, and I am by myself for now. I thought I had people joining me, but maybe they're not here yet. So it's okay if nobody's here yet. All right. But this is, if you're new, this is Battle of the Girl Bands Kickoff Sprint. So we are, as always, we are going to be reading all sorts of stuff for Battle of the Girl Band. So let me know in the chat which team you're on. Let me know what you're planning on reading. Eloise is in the background planning on reading whatever because, you know, she's very chatty. But let us know if you're here and what team you're on. I actually have a couple of things that I need to pick between to vote for reading. So if anyone wants to tell me what to read, I have three options. I have Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler, which I've really been wanting to read. I have One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig, which I also want to read. And then I have A River Enchanted, which is the buddy read, which we all know. So that is what I do plan on reading eventually. And I have the Fairy Loot edition, which is like super pretty. So I don't know which one to read. So tell me which one I should read out of those three. And let's see who we've got so far. All right, we have Team TLC representing, looking great. Lincoln, I need you to be quiet, baby. We have Team Cheetah Girls, another Team Cheetah Girls, another Team TLC. Ooh, hello, Jen, and reading These Violent Delights. I have that on my shelf somewhere, and Eloise just turned off the lights. Don't touch that, baby girl. I'm going to move her over here. You can sit on me in just a minute. Let me get through some more chats. All right, let's see who else I got. All right, hello. Just got back. Team TLC here. Gonna have supper before reading. Fabulous. Love it. All right, go help Dad with dinner. Got rid of the loud one. Okay. Hello, Michaela. I'm not sure what I'm going to start with tonight either. I don't know. I have all these options. So I just need to decide on one. That copy of A River. I know. It was the first book I got actually with a Luma crate, and I'm just obsessed with it. Like, I just love it. I just love it so much. So I'm very much except for I canceled a Luma crate, and then I rejoined a Luma crate, and I joined after they had already done the special edition for book 2. And everyone, of course, is selling the special edition for an arm and a leg. So I need to figure out how I'm going to acquire book 2, of course. So that's it. That's what it is. Also, thank you, Team Spice Girls. We have someone representing us. All right. Hello, Team TLC here, starting with River Enchanted. Ooh, we could do a buddy read, which if you're in the Discord, I did add a thread for that, so that if you're reading it, you can like put your comments. And if you're like further ahead than someone else, just put the spoiler tag so that nobody sees it. Oh, yeah, I have a friend.
Hello.
I was like, where is everybody?
Well, I think some people are over because Neva and Nicole started.
I know, they told me they were sprinting after I finished, but I think they forgot.
Yeah, that's why I messaged you. I was like, are you still sprinting? Because on the spreadsheet, it said that they were going to start right after you ended. But since they already started, I was like, well, maybe she's not sprinting anymore.
No, they forgot, probably. I'm going to pop it in the chat and be like, hey, friends, we're both sprinting, which is fine. But I was like, they forgot. It's fine. Everything's fine. But yes, I'm still sprinting. We're here. Tell us what you're reading.
What am I reading? So I'm reading 11/22/63.
Okay.
But I'm also reading another book that I won't disclose yet. I'll talk about it later because I haven't done my TBR yet. So if I tell you guys what I'm reading, all of a sudden I'm reading, then it'll give away the whole TBR. But I'm going back and forth between that book and 11/22/63. 11/22/63 isn't a secret because Katy's doing a whole read along for it this month, so everybody knows about it. It's not a secret. So yeah.
Nice. Awesome. I told them I had 3 options, but I didn't know which one to read. It's either A River Enchanted, my Fairy Loot edition.
Beautiful.
Or One Dark Window.
Okay.
Or Ashes of the Sun.
Ooh, I've never heard of that.
Oh, this is like, I only bought it because of Bree. She said it's a queer Star Wars fantasy.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's hard between River Enchanted and One Dark Window. I don't know which one I would pick to read first. Both of those I plan to hopefully get to this month. I don't know if I will. Yeah. I don't know which one you should read first.
Well, I already know what Katy is going to say. Because she loves One Dark Window. Hence why I want to read it really bad. So we'll have to see. I'll see what everyone else said. Let's see. Oh, I want to read Ashes of the Sun soon. Okay. But I'll likely be picking away at some short stories and a River Enchanted audiobook. Nice. I was just glad that was on Scribd because I waited till today to get it. And on Libby, it was like a, what is it? Like 5-6 week wait.
Mm-hmm.
Which this one was like a 15-week wait. There are 8 people waiting for this book and they have 1 audiobook. I'm like, why? Obviously, you need more audiobooks at that point.
Right.
It's fine. Hello, Team TLC. There are a lot of TLC people here. Here's Kelsey, Team Destiny. I'm so excited for this month. I vote One Dark Window, although I haven't read any of these. Come join us, Katy. You're always welcome. Anybody can join from the chat. That's why I popped it in there. Come join us. And then, oh, you sneezing? You sneezing, Miss Ma'am? Do you want to say hi to the people? Say hello.
Hi.
Very wet, so I'm going to put you down, and I'm going to change your diaper in the spring. It's fine. Okay. Oh, but you didn't like that. I guess it's fine. I'm going to change my pants anyway. All right. Hello, Steph. Team Cheetah Girl. Still trying to decide my first read. Do you have some options? Do you want to let us know what you're choosing between? Because I'm interested in knowing. Let's see. Hello. I'll probably be editing a bit tonight and reading A House with Good Bones. Is that the T. Kingfisher one or no? Or is
I don't
that?
know. I've never heard this title before.
No, I'm thinking of something. I know there's some. I thought T. Kingfisher came out with some house book, but maybe I'm just wrong. I don't know who wrote this. A House.
Let's see if I can find it. Oh, it is T. Kingfisher.
Oh, I was right. Wow,
Yeah.
look at me go.
Is this new?
Yeah, that came out last year.
Okay.
Which I'm intrigued in. Because I read my first T. Kingfisher Thorn Hedge a couple months ago, and I really liked that. Actually, no, that was my second one. I read What Moves the Dead, and I didn't so much like that, but it wasn't because it wasn't a good book. It's because it went right over my head.
Okay.
Completely like. I read the Edgar Allan Poe Fall of the House of Usher one first that it's based on, and that was not good. That I at all. Oh, look, we have another friend.
Hello, how you doing?
Good. What are you reading?
I am reading Dangerously Mine. It is a sci-fi aliens invaded Earth, and now they're gonna do it.
I love it. Awesome. I am not sure what I'm reading, so I had people vote. So I'm still waiting to see what I'm reading, but we'll just have to see. And I already forgot. No, Nell's reading 11, whatever, 1260. The Stephen King.
11/22/63. It took me a while to get the title down too, because it's just like a bunch of numbers. It took me a while to be able to say it.
Is that a date?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I would have said, "Oh, everyone should read it on 11/22 at like 6:03 or if you start at like, you know, like, I don't know. We'll just roll with it. All right, let's see. Hello, Team TLC, reading The Bandit Queens. Ooh, I do want to read that. I really do.
I have that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to read that. Looks good.
Nice. It does look good. I've heard great things about it. Hello, friends. Go Team TLC's represented.
So many Team TLCs. Oh, my gosh.
Have to get some cleaning done so we can get our new couch tomorrow, and then I'll be trying to get some reading done. Totally understand. Got to get that cleaning in. I plan to read A River Enchanted soon, but I haven't gotten my copy yet, so I have to wait till I get it. No worries, but make sure you snag those 200 points. I'm so excited to read it, though. Okay, thankful Nell showed up. I didn't sign up for tonight since I'm up early tomorrow. Well, Kelsey, you can always still join, but also don't feel obligated to. And also, I appreciate you. No, I went on and I was like, where are my friends? I would have been fine. We'd make it through. But it's better with friends. Neva and Nicole are coming over, I believe. They are in a chatty bit on their sprints. Okay, that's cool. Good. Rainy, the cover on those books are so nice. I know. I except for I was telling them I joined Illumicrate, right? And I got the nice copy of A River Enchanted, and then I canceled my subscription for a while. And then because I didn't realize that you could skip it numerous times, whereas with Fairy Loot, you can only skip up to 3 times. And they had already released a special edition of the second book in that duology. And so I don't have it. And everyone's selling it for, over $200. And I'm not going to pay that. So we'll see if I ever get a matching copy. So there you go. Oh, look, another friend. Oh, wait, there's two. Oh, more.
It's a party.
Hello. How are y'all?
Good. How are you?
Good. What are y'all reading?
I'm reading Harry Potter.
Have you read? You've read that before, right? Or no?
No, this is the first time reading it. I've seen the movies, but it's the first time I'm reading it. So.
Oh, that's so funny. Me and my husband were just watching all of the movies again, and my husband's really mad. Well, I'm mad at him already because he watched the 6th one without me when he was home yesterday. But we had watched the 7th one, half one, last night, and we were going to watch the 2nd one today, and they took it off Kickoff today.
Oh my gosh.
So I was like, well, we'll never know how it ends, JK.
I have a confession. I fell asleep. I actually went to the theater, and 30 minutes into the first movie, I fell asleep. I haven't seen it since.
We ain't gonna talk about that. Oh my god! Oh, that hurts my soul.
I was tired.
I mean, to be fair, I did the same thing in Lord of the Rings, except for I just walked out because I was bored.
Other movies I just wait till I'm home to see because they're long, and then I always have to get up to go to the bathroom, and just I don't want to be in a theater with a bunch of people that are like, "Hey, let's go do this." It's like, no, I'm good.
Understandable. Katy, how are you? What you reading?
I am alive. I am feeling better. I'm reading a lot, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm starting off February in true chaotic fashion. But for right now, I'm going to be reading Trial of the Sun Queen, and I'm buddy reading it, so I only have to read a couple chapters. But it's so far it's giving me like a weird like Hunger Games vibes, but it's definitely like not like a YA version. So lots of cursing and things like that. So definitely a different vibe, but similar. So yeah, we'll see where it goes.
I've been interested in that one. So you'll have to let me know if you like it or not. Yeah. How about you, Neva? What you reading?
Sorry, I'm here. Hello. Hi. I'm reading 2 books. I'm doing the Harry Potter read with Nicole, but then I'm also reading Daisy Hates.
Ooh, nice.
Because I was reading a doctor book and then I DNF'd it about like 5 pages in. So
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It's okay. I'm just glad I'm finally DNFing. I have been DNFing, and Neva is so proud.
I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud.
DNFing I saw that DNF on the Discord. Is that 50% in so we can count it?
No, I can't get to 50 in this, and I can't share. Can't get to 50 and I can't share. It's just I can't. Okay. I got 13% in. I didn't even try. I just can't. So you'll find out in a vlog coming soon to you. But I was just proud of myself because normally I would push through that and I'd be like, oh, it's only this many pages, or oh, you've already read this. Like you might, and I was like, no, we're not doing that. I should read books I actually like. So goodbye to the book. So that's okay. But we'll survive. Oh, and then there's Katy. One Dark Window. See, I knew you'd vote One Dark Window. If you came late, I gave 3 options: Ashes of the Sun, One Dark Window, and A River Enchanted to Read. And I don't know which one to start with, so I'm trying to see. Oh, look, Team TLC. Are any of us TLC? Yeah, Neva is. Is that it? And Nicole. Yes, there's a lot of TLC people and not as many on the other teams right now. So I'm thinking I might start with Super Mutant Magic Academy. It's a library book that needs to go back soon. I understand. I'll either be reading The Tiger's Wife or 11/22/63. It looks like a lot of people are reading that one for your read along. Yeah. Nice. Hello, friends. Currently reading Crush the King. I vote Ashes of the Sun because I want to read that one. I know, it looks good. Plus, Bree would really absolutely love if I read that. Because I know she loves that one. Hello, Lexi. Reading 11/22/63 and the first Harry Potter. Oh, look, more Harry Potter friends. I actually was just saying I need to reread those, but I can't right now. I do want to. Hello to Nell. Harry Potter, A Sea of Monsters, or Icebreaker are probably on the top of my list tonight. Well, we all know what I say for Icebreaker, so I vote Harry Potter.
I vote Icebreaker because I want to start controversy.
I also would vote Icebreaker, but we know how I love it, so.
But also, everyone should know that me and Neva are still actually friends because apparently some people thought we weren't. We are really still friends.
That's all a joke, y'all. Unfortunately for Rainy, she can never get rid of me. So.
I really can't. Even if I try, I can't curb. She just comes right back. So
I know where she lives now. I'll just show up on her front door, at her front door.
So that's,
it's fine.
She does know where I live. All right. Neva and Nicole are coming over. Oh, hello. You're here. I think you'll like T. Kingfisher's fairy tale reimaginings better. So I did like Thornhedge. I did read that one, which that one is a host favorite. So people should read that one because it's short too. It's like just over 100 pages. Hello. I'll be reading Green Rider. I don't know what that is. That sounds cool. Hello, Sarah. Team Destiny's Child. There you go. I've got House of Flame and Shadow for a prompt and Harry Potter for Nicole's read along going tonight. Katy, did you finish?
No, it's right here. This beautiful thing. It's here. I am in disarray, but like I've been sick, which I've, been talking about too much. Honestly, everyone's over it. But I'm taking my time, but it's also because like, keep in mind, Sarah won't release another book for like, who knows how long. So I don't want to go through it too fast. And I'm trying to process my emotions because there's a lot of info dumping as usual, as Sarah does. And a lot of pain, like normal. So I don't need to fly through that. We'll take
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad that I'm so far behind.
Yeah.
Now I did read the first Sarah J. Maas book I ever read was House of Earth and Blood. That was the first one I ever read. And then I was told like maybe you should probably go back and read like ACOTAR. Then I read like the first ACOTAR book twice, and the first time I give it 5 stars.
That's like me, Neva.
It was not a 5-star book because I reread it last year. I gave it 4 stars, I think, like a solid 4. But I gave Court of Missing Fury 5 stars, and then people were saying I needed to finish Throne of Glass. So that's how Rainy, Kelsea, and I were all like, "Well, we'll just finish it together."
We really are the same person though, because I read House of Earth and Blood first, and then read ACOTAR twice, and 5-starred, and then 4-starred it. Of one mind.
This is why we're still friends, people.
And I have not gone to ACOMAF yet. It's on my list for this month. There you go.
It's so good.
I'm very excited. I am excited, I will say. Hello, wandering over from Nicole and Neva's friends to watch the craziness here. I'm a neutral observer for this Battle of the Girl Bands. That's totally fine. Totally fine. Hello, Christy, popping over to say hi. And then after I finish Kingdom of Flesh and Fire, I'm going to start House of Flame and Shadow. Exciting. Do you want me to hold you? Is that why you're talking? Okay, come here. There you go.
It's like, what are you reading?
I know. What are you reading, Eloise? The people want to know. She has nothing to say.
I still think one of the cutest things I've ever seen on BookTube is when Ari was like, I read 5 pages of this. It was like My Little Pony. I still stick with it.
I think you're muted.
I know. I'm like, are you talking?
It wouldn't be a sprint if I wasn't muted at least once and tried to talk to the people. I think she told Brittany at one point she was like reading, right, Junie B. Jones, which is like 100 pages. It's not long.
I love Junie B. Jones.
And she told, I think it was Brittany, that she read 11 pages. And we just went with it. We were like, wow, that's so many pages.
Hey, that's 10 pages. It counts.
I mean, Lincoln says that sort of stuff too. So I'm just like, wow, you read so much. I'm like, you go, dude. You go. All right. Hello, Team TLC. Reading Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone and The Immortalist by Chloe Brown. That also is on my shelves. I was like, what book will people say that's not on my shelves, honestly? Hello, Margaret. I'm reading Lord Jim tonight and only Lord Jim till this book is over. It's for a year-long reading game for points, and the book for this game last month nearly didn't get finished in time.
Are you sure, Jamie? Because, Jamie, you're known for swapping out your books during.
Oh, she's calling
Are
you
you
out.
sure you're going to stick to that?
And then Mama Courtney. There you go. I know, Margaret. I don't like Lord of the Rings. I'm sorry. I'm not actually really sorry. I don't like it.
How long are the books for Lord of the Rings? Like, I've seen the movie and they're long
They're pretty
enough.
chunky.
I read The Hobbit and it was all right. And then I watched
it in school. It was good.
and all right. And I'm just like, why am I trying to force myself to be a Lord of the Rings girly? Like,
You know what? Margaret will hate me for this because Lord of the Rings is the one thing that I've never watched. I mean, I've never read the books, but I've seen all the movies.
Excuse me? What's
I'm the
wrong?
same. I've only seen the movies.
I read The
too,
Hobbit, and that's it.
Yeah, I
But
think
y'all
I read
read
the
the
Hobbit
Hobbit
at
part in schools, right? Did y'all read it in
Like you
schools?
grab her face like that.
Okay, goodbye. Aaron's like, don't bad talk Lord of the Rings. Excuse me? Okay, goodbye.
I'm sure it's a wonderful trilogy of books.
Eh.
But it scares me to read them. So I'll just continue to watch Orlando Bloom flit across my screen instead. Thank you.
You shall not pass.
My husband has all the audiobooks like on discs, and it's like
Oh my goodness.
they're
Oh,
yeah, like old school. Well, my husband's old, but it's like
What's wrong with that? I'm kidding.
no, there's nothing wrong with him being old. It's just, I live in a different time where, now we can listen
Technology.
to audiobooks on our phone. Yeah. So like, but that's his favorite thing, and whatever gets him to read, I'm happy for him. But basically, as soon as he turns on Lord of the Rings when we're in the car, because he re-listens to them sometimes, I'm like, okay, bye. I'll see you in 4 hours. I'm going to sleep now. So
There you go.
Did he already own them as CDs, or he went out and like recently modern day purchased them as CDs?
he got them as like a child. Like his
Okay.
parents are very into it as well. So like when we were dating, I remember like I think it was the second time I hung out with his parents. We went to see like one of the Hobbits movies together, and I was just like, all right, here we go.
Hey, you survived it. That meant he was definitely going to commit.
To be fair, I like the movies. The books are just long, and like the audiobook narration is not my vibe.
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay. Here's Bree reading Icebreaker. I think you're gonna hate it. I'm hoping you're on that side, but who knows? Who knows?
I think that Bree, I haven't read it, but from what I've heard about it, I think Bree will hate it.
See? That's what I
Truthfully,
Is that the one that's 400 pages long?
Yes.
I don't know.
I'm
I
out.
thought I had it next to me, but I don't.
as an Icebreaker fan, I also feel that Bree will hate this book.
See, there you
I
go.
do. I don't, because I know Bree, and like she and I, for the most part, we really be vibing on romance, but this is not a romance that we're gonna vibe on. If she likes it, I'll be surprised.
Well, we'll see. I'm ready for that vlog. Margaret's reading Sleeping Giants. Oh, I just got this. And actually, I'm so proud of myself. I didn't buy all three, even though I could have bought all 3 books for like $5 each, because I was like, you don't know if you're going to like it. It's like a sci-fi fantasy thing. Don't buy the whole series. And I didn't. There you go. When am I going to read it? I don't know. But I bought
It's the
it.
thought that counts, Rainey.
I thought that counts.
Good intentions.
Oh, I was literally just typing Neva knows where you live now. She does. She does. She very much does. Do I join in on the HP read along, or do I continue the series that I'm reading?
Both.
Do both. Yeah.
I vote both.
Both.
I'm
Look.
currently reading 2 different series. Well, almost 3, because at some point we're going to start reading Crown of Midnight. It's fine.
I'm reading Harry Potter and a romance, so
I'm reading Harry Potter and whatever book I said earlier. Daisy hates. That's what I said.
Yes, you can read Daisy Hates so you can get to the pain of Magnolia Parks too.
So here's my question, Rainey. Do I have to? I'm asking because if you remember, I DNF'd this. PFN'd. Ari, I know you're going to sleep. Good night. I PFN'd this book about what 21% through, right? When you and I were trying to read it together.
You
Do I
don't-
need to read Daisy Hates?
You don't have to. There's not like that much crossover. Like there's hardly any, but I don't know. I guess you don't have to, but
Rainey's gonna be disappointed if I don't. It's fine. Honestly, I'm vibing. I'm vibing with it much better this time, and I think it's because I gave myself time between Magnolia Parks and Daisy Hates. I didn't give myself time. I just tried to pick Daisy Hates up as soon as I was destroyed by Magnolia Parks, and that was a mistake. So.
yeah.
To be honest, I wouldn't have picked up Daisy Hates straight away either because I read Magnolia Parks in that week that isn't really a week between Christmas and New Year. And there's no way I could go straight into Daisy Hates.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't have liked it. I haven't read it yet, but I feel like it'd be just too much.
I tried. I tried, and then I was like, I can't take this. And then I put it down. But now that I've started over, I'm vibing with it. So.
Oh, good. I'm so glad. Proud of all the people DNFing for 50%. I know. I'm a changed woman. I really am. Reread Lord of the Rings trilogy several times by 5th grade. They're pretty easy to read despite their heft. Good to know. Neva, that's still cool. The books are not for everyone. There you go. The audiobooks are fantastic. One of the few audiobooks where the singing doesn't make me mad. That's good.
They're singing?
I guess they're singing.
Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, in the Lord of the Rings, the audiobooks, I guess my stepdad listens to the audiobooks now that I think about it. I just never paid enough attention, but there is definitely singing in them.
Interesting.
That is interesting.
Is that what
the same as in the Witcher audiobooks as well? They're singing in that as well.
Like, are we talking about like ballads or this just like the elves, like ho ho, off to work we go type thing?
Okay. Why did she turn the elves into dwarves?
It's the Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Every time I like think of Lord of the Rings, I'm gonna think of like I hope. It's off the work week.
Maybe that's what'll get you through the books. Just imagining that they're singing that.
Lord of the Rings was too big when it was first written, so it had to be split into 3 books. Oh wow, it was one big book. I didn't know that. Also, Bree is keeping Icebreaker a secret.
Yeah, she won't. So she did this to herself because she posted in her story when she tagged the 4 of us.
Yeah.
That she would not be giving commentary on Icebreaker while she reads it.
Yeah.
And now we're trying to figure out if when she said she regrets her decision, she regrets reading this book, or if she regrets not being able to talk about it with anyone while reading it.
That's true.
I feel like it could be both, to be honest.
I think it's both.
Oh, Margaret, there's no way you're gonna like this.
Margaret,
no way.
If you here's what I'm gonna say. If Margaret likes Icebreaker, I'm gonna go outside and see if it's summertime yet, because there ain't no way. There ain't no way.
Well, we'll see, won't we?
Be a good rant video.
That's true. Also, thank you. I am proud of my own self for not buying all the books. Certainly, anyone who's been reading Wheel of Time will not find Lord of the Rings too hard or long. That is true. That is true. Hello. Hey, Margaret. My older brother had Lord of Rings books when I was little and would not let me even touch them. Oh, here's Jean reading Pining for You, a book that Brittany DNF'd in December. Well, hopefully you like it. There's a lot of songs in the books, ballads.
Interesting.
Okay. Interesting. There's so much singing in those books. Oh, goodness.
That's so weird to me.
Bria, I volunteer. And then Brittany thinks that too. But the reason was the smut.
So my thing with it is not necessarily the smut. While I don't think, Margaret, that you prefer smut, I don't know that smut would necessarily like turn you away from reading something. And the way the smut is written, you could skip it if you wanted to. Like, you could skip over it. Like, it wouldn't really change the book that much. I just don't think that you'll vibe with the characters. I think the characters will get on your nerves.
I don't think she's gonna like Anastasia, so we'll see.
I don't think she's gonna like either of the characters.
Yeah, that's true. Hello, Ro. Watched an IG live from St. Gibson. So fun. And we hit the end of the comments. Woo! Let's do a sprint. Does an hour work for y'all? All right. And it tied between One Dark Window and Ashes of the Sun. So I don't know what I'm reading. You'll find out when we come back. It'll be a surprise for everyone. All right. Let's get this to show. All right. And then here we go. Happy reading, everyone. All right. Hello. How'd everyone do? How'd you do now?
I did not read.
Okay.
What had happened was I was watching a booktube video, and I did that. And then I was looking for, so I watched 2 booktube videos. And one of the ones that I watched was the prompt for Bookemon for February's Bookemon.
I'm so
And
excited.
what happened, huh?
I'm so excited for that one.
Yeah, you have to read a book with a vampire in it. So I was looking through like Libby trying to find like a short vampire book. And then somehow I came across an ad for an online quiz called the Autism Self-Test. Don't ask why I took this test, but I did it. And by the time I finished, it was 6 minutes left in the sprint. And I was like, okay, well, there's my sprint.
So what did you determine then, I guess?
It said that I am likely on the spectrum. I have a third of the symptoms.
Wow. Interesting.
Well, you never know. I feel like nobody's this one thing or another these days.
Yep, I will definitely be discussing this with my therapist tomorrow.
Oh my God. Well, if you're looking for, I mean, you said a small vampire book. I was going to say the big vampire book that's so good is Serpent, obviously. But
That's a vampire book?
yes, it is.
I didn't know that.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And that's the
Yeah.
one I'm rereading, so that's what I'm doing for that one.
Yeah. I think that trilogy that's like the Beautiful, the Damned, the Righteous, I think that's also vampires, Vampires of El Norte. Like there's a lot to choose from, but I don't have space in my TBR to read something that long, so I need something that's like really short.
I understand. I do understand.
The Suki Stackhouse series is a pretty good.
Oh yeah.
What is it called?
It's the True Blood series. It was True Blood on TV, but it's the Suki Stackhouse series by Charlene Harris. They're not overly long books, and they're always a fun time to read.
Yeah, those are good. How'd you do, Courtney?
I read like 4 pages, and then I was like, let me see if I could test myself and edit. And I'm close, y'all. I think it's gonna happen. So my TBR has like a minute and a half left of editing. So I think I can knock it out the park. So that's what I did.
Awesome. That's
That'll be
good.
a record.
How'd you do, Nicole?
I read nothing. I talked my husband off a ledge because he was having a moment about he works with the public and they're always trying to buy his car parts, and he has moments. So I talked him off a ledge, and then I no sooner finished with him, and then my daughter rang and goes, "Oh, I need you to come down a week earlier to look after said granddaughter." And I'm like, "Okay, let me just look." And then she's like, "Oh, it's on the 24th of February." And I'm like, "Okay, I will be there. Do you have internet?" She goes, "Oh, it's getting connected in 4 days." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll just bring mine." So I'm just going to have to take all my craft stuff, and I've got to do a few videos now next week because it's been brought forward by 2 weeks because she's a birthing partner for someone over in WA in Western Australia. So she's going to be over there for 3 weeks, and I'm going to be staying at her place in Brisbane for 3 weeks. So yeah,
Wow.
fun. And no reading.
No reading.
No reading.
Oh, it'll be okay. You'll make it through.
I'll be fine.
How'd you do, Katy?
I read. I did read. Can you believe it? I love this for me. But yes, I finished the buddy read pages for today. So I'm finishing right before chapter 10. I don't know how I feel about it yet. So like I'm 100 pages in, to be determined. Earlier I said of Trial of the Sun Queen.
Yeah.
Earlier I said it's Hunger Games, and I would say it's like Hunger Games meets The Selection.
Okay.
So like they're fighting for the Sun King's hand in marriage, but is he worth fighting for? I don't know. I don't know why all the women are fighting for the men. Where did we go wrong? You know, men just seem to get to sit there and look pretty, and we got to like fight. I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so far I'm not sure. And now I got to figure out what I'm going to do next. So yeah.
How goes it, Neva?
I also did read. I made it to chapter 5. Daisy hates. I also yelled at Ari because is she sleeping? No. Does she have school tomorrow? Yes.
Oh, do you not see little Jim Bob still up?
Am I about to lose my ever-loving mind?
Play for me.
Everything is fine. honestly. I also worked a little bit on this diamond painting. It's
Nice.
squares, and it's taking me 15 years to do. But it looks really pretty, so I think it'll be worth it by the end.
Can we
Period.
see what it is, please?
It is this one,
Ooh, I love that.
I like
and I'm in like this section right here. Ish.
I need to finish my
This
owl
spot.
painting at some point.
So,
Nice. 'Cause I've been working on this one since Christmas. Taking forever.
Nice.
The one that I was working on since October, I finished, and I actually showed it in the video that'll finally be out Saturday. So if y'all want to just fast forward and just to see it. No, hold on. What am I talking about? It's the video
I'll
that
watch the
came
whole
out
video.
today. I have timestamps. Go ahead and just, if you don't want to look at the whole video, just click on the last timestamp and you'll actually see what I've been working on for forever. Why it took me that long? Whatever, it's done. Somebody needs to see it. Go take a look at just that part if you don't have time. It's beautiful.
Oh my gosh. Well, I put the babies to sleep, or a baby, not babies, because Lincoln never goes to sleep. I put her to sleep and fed her dinner, and then I was able to read a little bit. And I started with Ashes of the Sun. I already know I'm going to read One Dark Window, but I don't know. This one was just calling to me, so I did. And I'm only 23 pages in because they have, I don't know if it's a British accent. It's just an accent, and I can't listen to audiobooks as quickly when they have an accent. But it's so good. So I'm having the best time with that.
Yeah, I had to slow down. Daisy Hates because the female character talks too dang fast. For me
I have to
see
listen
these
really
things.
slow to Magnolia Parks. Their accents are very thick.
Oh well, Magnolia Parks. I listened to it at 2 times speed,
Well, yeah, I can listen at 2 times, but not more.
but I had to slow down Daisy Hates to 1.85
Ooh.
because
Interesting.
Really?
the female her accent's not really thick, but she talks really fast.
Yeah.
Was that part of the Daisy Jones series, or is that something else?
It's Magnolia Park series.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They have, it's like one universe, but it's like 2 sets of characters. Like they all are interconnected, but like they're different stories.
And toxic is ever.
Oh, yeah. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Love it. Love
But
it.
I live for a good like Gossip Girl domestic like moment. That's
I feel like the covers don't appeal to me. Like I've seen y'all talking about it. That's the first I've heard, and I'm like, the covers aren't like.
The cover is the reason why I decided to buy them.
The
But-
original, I like the original covers better than the
Yeah.
new ones.
100%. The new covers are awful.
Which
I mean,
which
the new
covers do you?
covers-
Which are the original covers, Neva?
Huh?
What do the original covers look like?
Well, the first I don't have them in front of me because they're packed away. But like the first one is like a coat of arms for Magnolia
okay, yeah.
Parks. It's
Yeah, that just doesn't appeal to me. That's like a kid's
What?
thing.
These are beautiful.
Now,
And then
that's
that
cool.
Yeah, I've got the one where the legs are like the legs
To me,
are out.
okay,
under-
here's the thing.
Yeah.
The legs don't bother me as someone who read the original Gossip Girl series because they're very Gossip Girl vibe.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, like the original Gossip Girl covers were it was all just like these random faceless chicks just sitting around or standing around or whatever.
Also, I need to rebuy a copy of this from Blackwell's because this was like one of the first books I annotated, and I'm like, oh, Rainy, your annotation has got much.
Y'all are invested. Am I the only one like out of the loop? Look at Nell just throwing out books.
Yeah, I have all.
Nell's got them all.
I have all of the new covers. I need to order all of the old covers off.
Yeah, I
Blackwell.
know. I need to
Nell
order.
and you're on it.
I mean, this is like one of my favorite series. So
Aw. And that's a romance, right?
yes,
Sure.
A toxic, yeah, well, yeah, if you could call it.
it's very toxic romance.
I'm
But-
so excited that Magnolia Parks is finally a host favorite because I am reading it this month. And I just, at
You're
least,
welcome.
I know I'm very excited. So
I can never put it as my host favorite because Neva always beats me to it.
Sorry. Listen, people. Listen, if I don't, for some reason, so if I don't put somebody, I don't remember who it was. Maybe Jean was like if you had put Pucking Ever After Volume 2 as a host favorite. First of all, I will never do that ever. Like I will never put like any of the books except the first one in a series as a host favorite, because I wouldn't want somebody to like ruin, like spoil themselves by accident. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it seems if I don't put, I mean, I got yelled at last readathon for not putting Pucking Ever After on there, but I didn't think so many Pucking Around on there, but I didn't think so many people would try to read it.
I think it's because it was on the Goodreads Choice Awards list.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Probably.
But isn't it like a 700-page romance?
Yes.
Yeah, like for a readathon, you wouldn't want to put a...
It's 757 pages long.
But that was for Get a Clue, yeah?
Yeah, and people were really upset with me because I did not. They were like Katy was like, "Why didn't you make this a host favorite? I read this book. I didn't like it, but I still read it." And I was like, I didn't know so many dang people would read this godforsaken book.
That's the whole readathon right there.
Well, considering it was a prompt drop readathon, I wouldn't have put a large book as a host favorite.
I will say that the I didn't realize that the audiobook was coming out in November. And so
Katy raises her hand. Yeah, I do.
I think a lot of people opted to listen to the audiobook, but I didn't pay really any attention to the audiobook coming out because I read it without it, so I didn't really care whether there was an audiobook or not.
So the reason I read it for Get a Clue is because I read the novella to get like a quick book, right? But then keep in mind, Get a Clue, you got points based on pages. So like reading a big book meant I was trying for Team Scarlet. I was out here reading everything I could. But man, the other teams, they went hard. So, but yeah. So
I have FOMO for Get a Clue because it was already in full swing. And I'm like, how did I not know about this in advance?
Well, you know now, homegirl.
I know. I'm writing things down.
It's coming back. All right. Let's see how people did in the sprints. Hello, Coda. Done with errands, in for the night, ready to start HP. Very excited for you. Listen, when I'm told the main issue is the female main character being unlikable or annoying, I'm contractually obligated to defend her.
Listen, I didn't even find her personally unlikable or annoying. I found her freaking hilarious, to be honest. Yeah.
You know what's funny is Bree messaged me and was like, "Why do you think I'm not going to like it?" And I said, "You're not going to like the FMC." And she said, "That's what Neva said."
Yeah, because she texted me and asked me the same thing. And I said, however, it is very possible that Bree will actually like this book. Because Bree
I said because there's other elements that Bree might like.
Well, the reason I said that she may like this book is because Bree and I tend to be very similar when it comes to romance books.
Yeah.
So
we'll see. We'll see. Happy Black History Month and first day of Battle of the Girl Bands. Hashtag Team TLC. Reading Somebody's Wife by Robbie Renee for prompt 1. 2 doctors. Nice. I just read I do know. And I have thoughts. On that. There's Amy and Brooklyn reading Babel. Ooh, Brittany would be so happy. I'm getting ready for a concert. Hello, Rachel. Hope we're having a beautiful day or evening. 4 Positive has me out here reading to throw out my reading schedule. Well, sorry. She needs to know. And they're going to do it. Reading Icebreaker right now. Look, it's an Icebreaker party. Hannah Grace should pay us for like all the people that are reading her book now. I'm just saying. I'll put Percy down and start this book as soon as I'm done with this video. So funny.
Well, I like your book.
All right, had to stop reading it for a moment and laugh.
I like it.
I'm so glad you do. No reading. Finished making and ate dinner. Wings, stuffing, and carrots. Ooh, interesting. Okay, back to Icebreaker. Did not want to choke on my drink. I'm all over the place. Listened to a chapter of River Enchanted. Read a chapter Kingfisher's Raven and the Reindeer, and read a short story. Nice. Made it to page 156. I forgot what you were reading. No, you're reading Icebreaker. Why did I say that? Oh, never mind. I switched to editing tomorrow's video. Watched Leandra's Kerplunk TBR. Oh, I saw that came up, and I need to watch that the next sprint.
Can I tell
looks
your
fun.
friend something?
What do you need to tell me? What are you gonna say? Okay, you tell
He's
me.
a cutie.
New movie Power Rangers.
Ooh.
We've been watching the old 90s cartoon Power
Which
Rangers.
one are you?
And it is great quality. You're so funny.
Great
I love you. All right, go ahead, go sit down. I'll see you in a minute.
quality.
You don't even know what that
If you want to see some top-notch quality from the 90s, go and watch Melrose Plays.
Oh, well, I've heard of that.
Oh,
I've never
that's
seen it.
bad.
That was the thing.
I started watching it, as we talked about this a couple of weeks ago on Neva Sprints, and I went and everyone said it was on Prime Video, so I went and watched it. And I'm texting Neva going, "Oh my god, I forgot about the inappropriate relationship between a high school student and Jack, the main character, one of the main characters." It's just like, and it's so bad, like so bad. The acting was just like, oh my god, we have come so
I
far.
love 90210. When I tried to get into Melrose Place, I hung in for 2 seasons and I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to just choose one versus the other.
We had a nightclub here called Shooters that every Tuesday night when it was on, they'd clear the dance floor and whatnot, put beanbags down. We got free champagne, and all the women got free champagne, and there was free nibblies as well, as long as you were a member. That was my Tuesday nights for a long time when I first moved to Queensland. It's great.
That sounds like a good time.
It was a good
I
time.
would have been there every time.
that was my life every Tuesday while the season ran. And then we had to wait for ages when they had the season break and whatnot. But yeah, no, it was a good place.
Nice. I read 3 chapters of House of Flame and Shadow and 1 chapter of Harry Potter. Listened to 10% of 11/22/63 and finished cleaning. Read 64 pages of Super Mutant Magic Academy. Ooh, sounds fun. Pick that up. Nell, I highly recommend A Dowry of Blood. Oh, yeah! I loved that book.
I was thinking about that. I had that on my TBR for November because I was going to read it during Get a Clue, and then I just didn't get to it. So that was one of the only books that I could even think of that was like relatively short and involved like blood and vampires and stuff. So that's
reread
definitely at
it.
the top of the list.
I should reread it because An Education in Malice is coming out, and they're like interconnected but not. So I was like,
What I'm afraid of, so I read Diary of Blood for my Read Like Jan vlog because it was on her list of her favorite books. She got an arc of Education in Malice and she didn't like it.
I thought, no, that was Evocation.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was. She gave a 4-star to Education in Malice. It was the Evocation one she gave it 2 or 3.
I don't think so, because I think she said she didn't like this, that she was really disappointed because she had liked Diary of Blood so much.
I'm pretty sure it was the other one, but I don't know.
Is Dowry a standalone?
Yes.
Technically, her books interconnect.
Yeah, they do interconnect. I don't know. I could be.
But I mean, you could read it as a standalone. Like, it ends. It doesn't end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, that's true. I read 3 more chapters of The Bandit Queen, Lincoln Thomas.
Oh, can I interject? Please, please. Yeah, right here. Okay, so The Bandit Queens, is this one of those feel-good type things, or does stuff really happen that I'm like, ooh, yeah, that type thing?
It's a fun read. Like it's basically it's set in India, and it starts out with a whole heap of women that are sort of not sure about this other woman. She supposedly killed her husband and all that sort of stuff. And subsequently, these women start wanting to bump their husbands off. and they go to her for advice. So I had a lot. There's a lot of like one-liners in it, and I had a fun time reading it. That's why it's my favorite book. So
right. It seems really fun. I just want to make sure it doesn't turn into like I have it sitting like literally right there. I'm going to read it, but I didn't know if it was going to be like one of those feel good things. But it sounds like it'll kind of be like quirky and stuff. I just want to make sure
it is a little bit quirky. Yes, definitely. Okay. The whole storyline of her, she likes the fact that everybody thinks that she bumped her husband off because they just leave her alone, and she's sort of a little bit of a hermit, and then all these women come into her life. And it's got a lot of about caste and everything in India and whatnot about it as well. So yeah, it's a very interesting, fun time read. I like it. Yeah.
Okay,
I didn't know what that was about, but your description of it sounds a lot like my favorite movie. So now I might have to watch. I might have to read it.
Your favorite movie?
Horrible Bosses.
I have done a more. I have done it in more depth talk about it because it was my favorite book of the Women's Prize for Fiction long list. And it was the first video that I did for that because I broke it up into 4 videos and done 4 books in each video. And it's the first book that I talk about in the first video. So if you want to go and see what it's about, you can go and check that out. But yeah, it's
has Charlie Day.
Yeah. You never seen it?
No.
Oh my gosh. That movie is so funny.
I will watch it.
Your part 1 and 2.
Wait, there is
a part 2. I forgot about that. The part 2 isn't as good as the first one.
Okay, I'll watch it. And I also do want to read Band of Queens now. So maybe I'll make it work for this month. Diary, you didn't know that?
I didn't either. So
I didn't either.
Give a little grace. Give a little grace.
No,
I could be on Amazon right now purchasing. So
no. I listened to a chapter of each of my audiobooks, but now I need to go to bed since I open tomorrow. Good night, Julie. You're probably gone by now. Just got moved up my TBR. You should read it, Margaret. It's beautiful. The writing is truly beautiful. Tried to read Lord Jim in print, but I really wanted to crochet, so I tracked down an audiobook, finished 5 chapters. But they stuck to Lord Jim. They didn't switch yet. Margaret, it's literally the pride of Dracula. That's true. It really is. But I also just like that they never actually named Dracula in it because, like, they're like not letting him have his power. Like, it's a whole. It's so good. It's such a good book. I highly recommend. Dower Blood is so good. It's a Dracula retelling. I made my weekly meal plan and grocery list. Got to 26% of these violent delights. I really do want to read that at some point, but I don't have a time period for that. Read 55 pages of Sea of Monsters. I'm enjoying it so far. It's fun. Ooh, Ashes of the Sun. I'm telling you, I'm very impressed by it. I'm just having the best time with this, even though I'm not that far into it. So, although there have been some words said that I was like, I don't know what that means. And then I found out there's a huge ass glossary in the back. So we're going to be digging into that on the next sprint.
Sorry.
Knowledge of Dracula begins and ends with everything you learn in Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I've never watched a single episode of that.
Me either, but I want to.
You guys.
Oh, Katy's done. She's done.
She leaves.
It's good, but obviously, it was back in the 90s, so like the graphics and stuff.
Well, yeah, I probably would like it. I love Charmed.
I really liked it, but I also grew up with it, so it's like it's weirdly a comfort show, but like a lot of the cast is problematic now, and obviously the creator of the show is problematic, but the show it slayed when it was like on at the time.
It slayed.
It slayed. It did. But it's actually based there was actually a movie first before, like a movie way back before, and then they made the show. But anyways, yeah, that's it.
Unfortunately, a lot of the creators' shows hit, even though he's a problem person.
Yes.
Who was the creator?
Josh Whedon or whatever his name is.
I have no idea.
He also did like I think the most recent thing that I watched from him was that Dollhouse show. He did
Oh, that was
show.
really good.
He did Firefly, both the movie
No.
and the
I
single
don't know what
season
that
of that
is.
show that actually aired.
I know
Because
that.
it was only one. We only got one season of the show, and then they made a movie.
Mhm.
And like that show could have done so much. Anyway, but yeah, but he also did that show Dollhouse. But I think that's the last thing that I watched that he did. was
Dollhouse was really good.
What is Dollhouse?
It's like a Hulu show. Who's the main character? I forget what her name is.
Isn't it like Eliza?
Eliza
Dushku?
Dushku?
She's also from Buffy.
Yeah.
She's also the chick. She's in Bring It On. She's the freaking the chick
She's the
that comes in and
rebellious
she's
one.
like, I used to be on gymnastics team. You were the last resort.
Wait, maybe we're talking about two different. I think we're talking about two different shows. Never mind.
Yeah, it's her.
Well, it
That's
depends.
in Dollhouse, and she's on Hulu, and she's they're basically like robots, kind of. So they get
Yeah, we're definitely talking
programmed
about two different shows.
to go out, and they're like assassins. So they're programmed to do things, and then they come back and they get their memories wiped.
Mm-hmm. I do know what you're talking about, Neva, but Nell, I don't know what you're talking about because that's the only Dollhouse
Yeah,
show
what
I
is
know.
the show
Yeah, that's the only
I'm
Dollhouse
talking
show I
about?
know.
It's
Unless you're talking about the comedy show.
Yeah, it's
There's
like
a
Brenda
comedy show
Song,
called
Shay
The
Mitchell.
That's also on Hulu. I know what show she's talking about. It's a comedy, but the show
Oh,
we're
it's called
talking
Doll
about,
Face. That's what it is. It's
Dollface.
Doll
Okay,
Face.
yeah.
Oh,
But the Dollhouse that we're talking about is a Joss Whedon show. It's like it's a sci-fi show because that's all he really does.
You're sending me too many shows and things to have to start watching.
Yeah, all he really does is sci-fi. But it was from like the early. I think Dollhouse was like early 2000s, 2006 maybe.
Okay.
Because I remember watching it in high school when it first came on.
I've never heard of this before.
it got
Yeah.
old, so you know.
But I think we got a couple seasons out of that one at least.
Yeah, I think there's like 3 or 4. But
That
yeah.
one they didn't cancel like they did Firefly, which wow.
Yeah, and the movie was awful.
Yeah, it was not okay. The movie would have been okay if we had gotten more seasons of the show. I think. I feel like what they did was they canceled the show and then tried to put everything they wanted to put into a TV show into a movie, and it just did not. It did not translate. You know.
Yeah. Man, now I have a bunch of shows to put on my list, so that's great.
Yeah.
Diary of Blood is so good. I need Education and Malice so bad. I pre-ordered that from Barnes & Noble in the sale. I have the leg ones, but I don't like the legs covers. Never saw Gossip Girl. That was a show.
Highly recommend.
I do highly recommend. Also, I'm just so glad I watched it way after it actually aired, and I never got it spoiled who was Gossip Girl for me.
I
Same.
watched it as it aired because it was a show that was popular in my high school. So we would watch. You either watched that one. I think what is that show? That had Chad Michael Murray in it.
Oh, One Tree
OC,
Hill.
One Tree Hill.
One Tree Hill. That show, it was Gossip Girl, One Tree Hill, and like the OC. And I didn't watch the OC. I did not give a crap about the OC.
One Tree Hill.
But I watched One Tree Hill and I watched Gossip Girl. So we would all watch these shows and we would come to school and we would all like in the morning before school started, we would all sit in this like empty English classroom and we would all gossip about what we watched the night before. It was ridiculous. Okay, that was back when you had to wait a whole week to watch the next episode.
I wasn't allowed to watch Gossip Girl because it came on and I watched the first episode and they're having sex in the first episode. My mom was like, yeah, you're done. Turned the TV off and said, nope, you're done. And that was that.
Oh, that's so true. That's so true.
There was so much sex in that show.
Yeah.
I don't watch any of these shows whatsoever.
Here's the thing. Gossip Girl and One Tree Hill, they both just had so much like sex in them. And I was like, what high school do y'all go to? Because
well, Glee did too, and my mom almost didn't let me watch Glee.
Watching that, you would think you walk into high school and they're just throwing it at you, and you're like, I'm afraid.
My mom was like, wait, there's a baby? Like, she's having a baby in this show? She was like, she's like 16. And I was like, Mom, please let me watch Glee. Please. Just begging and pleading. She did let me, but afterwards she was like, I shouldn't have let you. I'm like, no, you really should have, because I would have been a laughingstock of the whole class, of the whole theater class. Not watching Glee. Even though that show is quite questionable now. And many of them have passed away, which is crazy. That just blows my mind because that wasn't even that long ago. Vanessa, hello. I've been reading Switched by Sarah Reddy, Annette Galliark. It's giving Freaky Friday vibes. Ooh, I love that. Did we see that there's a second one coming out? They're filming a second one. I'm very excited.
Ooh,
Really?
with the same cast, Lindsay Lohan and
Really?
I like that.
Yeah, they were gonna do it, and then when the strike happened, they had to put it on hold. But they posted a little while ago that they're working on it again.
Wow.
So I'm very excited for that. Ooh, but romance.
They're remaking all of Lindsay's stuff.
Oh wait, what else are they remaking?
She's clean now,
Mean
so
Girls
they gotta
came
take
out.
advantage.
Oh, yeah. I didn't end up seeing it yet because my friend was like, "Wait, it's a musical. Count me out." And I said, "But why?" So I don't know. Now you're making me want to derail my TBR and read Ashes of the Sun. Do it. Let's do it together. Let's be bold. Step out into the unknown. Did anybody read Manacled? I read 3%.
I was gonna say I started it too.
I'm not against it. I didn't finish. I didn't continue.
Randy's
I'm
like,
not-
I'm not against it, but I'm not for
I've
it.
read half. I've read half of it. I've read half of it, but it's hard to read a lot of it at once.
I was gonna say if you got to halfway and you stopped, like I don't know how, because I heard like once that book gets you, like it gets you. Like
Because it's too. I read I'll read it in between other books,
okay.
but it's
I
a
do-
lot to read all at once.
Yeah, I have heard that. I have heard it's quite a lot. Found out how to listen to a Kindle book without buying the audiobook. Nice. The practical effects for Buffy were really good for the time. I super loved the original Buffy. A lot of his shows were good because of the women behind the scenes helping write and edit episodes. Oh, nice. And it was Faith. You were right. Took a break to watch Traitors, and I am gasping. Firefly was done so dirty. There you go, Neva. I watched the OC and loved it. House, MD, and Bones were my high school shows, and Firefly, but not for long. I never really got into House. I only got into Bones a little bit. What do you want for dessert?
House is the only reason why I passed 11th grade anatomy. My anatomy teacher was obsessed with that show. And so he would put like extra credit questions on our tests that had to do with like the episodes of the show. So I would only watch the show so that I would know what the extra credit questions, like what the answers were going to be. So failed the test, but the extra credit was worth so much that I still passed the class.
Wow.
That's not cool. What is up with our education system?
Now, just to clarify, you're not going to be a doctor, right?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, then fair, fine.
Hey, I got a question about Manacle though, because I just briefly looked it up. I never heard of it. Is that the one that's 876 pages?
I think it's more than that.
It's huge.
It's like 1,000 pages or something.
Okay, we can move on because I definitely am not going to read it. Keep going. Okay.
I love the OC and One Tree Hill. I did watch Gossip Girl later. I'm an old Buffy and Roswell and the CW were my high school shows. And it's gay fantasy Star Wars, Ashes in the Sun. You should definitely read it. That's true. All right. Are we ready for another sprinty sprint? All right. Let me pop it up. Dun, 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 dun. What do I? Nope, that's the wrong one. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. Hold on. Oops, it already was going without me. Let me restart it. Nope. There it goes. All right, everyone. Hold on. How do I did the wrong one. Nope, don't. No.
Okay, I just want to say bye because it's 10 here, so I probably won't be back by the time I'll come back. So I just want to say bye now.
Well, we'll say goodbye to you. Bye, Courtney. All right. Now that I don't have my face giant on the screen, now we can sprint. Happy sprinting. Hello. How'd everybody do? I only read about 20 more pages of this because I realized that I kind of need to listen and read this at the same time because there's just too many words that I don't know and things that I'm like, not that I'm not enjoying it, but yeah, it's a little too dense for me to not read physically. So I put that down, and then I had a booktube sprint, and yes, I watch videos at 2 times speed. So anyway, that's why there's 4 videos down there. But you should watch all those people because they're all fabulous. But yeah, how'd you do now?
What did I do? I don't know what I did in the beginning of the sprint, but I did read a little bit. I read maybe 5% of my book, so there's some progress happening there. I also paid some bills. That was what I did in the beginning of the sprint. I had bills to pay.
Nice. How'd you do, Nicole?
Talked a lot of stuff over on my channel because we had a break, and read 5 pages.
Nice. How'd you do, Neva?
Me? Oh. Same as Nicole. Because I was over there, and then we came back, and I read a few more pages. I have decided to listen to the audio while I'm reading. We'll see how long I actually do this because I never actually stick to an immersion read ever in life. I think that it's a fun time when I don't feel like diamond painting, and then I'm like, this is not really a fun time, so I'll just go back to doing it one way or the other.
Yeah.
But yeah, I haven't read any more Daisy Hates. I probably will, but I do think I'm either gonna have to immersion read that one or read it with my eyes because I do want to annotate Daisy Hates.
Yeah, understandable. And how'd you do, Katy?
I finished editing my video that goes up tomorrow, and then I started editing the video I recorded today, trying to, get better at content creation and being better prepared versus, putting it all together and throwing it out in a short turnaround window.
I mean, who does that? I don't know anybody on my screen that does that.
I'm just trying to be better, less stress,
Okay. I also should have been editing. I have too much. I'm in the middle of too many vlogs. It's okay. I'm also just trying to rack my brain of a video that I can put this one in because I was like, okay, I actually do want to vlog this, but I don't currently have a video planned for that. So it is what it is. It's fine. But let's see how everybody else did. Where did I leave off? Well, goodbye, Steph. I'm sure you're gone. Michaela, also goodbye. Jen got to 30% and goodbye. And then I just watched a bunch of videos. That time I read some manga and watched some booktube. Still productive, I suppose. I think so. I think that's still productive. Got to chapter 5 in HP number 1. Awesome. Got to page 142, making decent progress. I got to focus on my video, so I will be muting, but I got 8 minutes edited. Love it. Love to see it. I should edit in a sprint that's not at 11 at night. And reading Black Cake for the BIPOC author prompt. I'm at 71%. I really do want to read this because there's a show now, or is it a movie?
I think it's a show. I'm not sure. I haven't seen it, so I don't know.
I don't know, but it looks really good. I have it from Book of the Month, and I haven't picked it up. Which I skipped Book of the Month for this month because I didn't like any of the options. I don't know if anyone else is a Book of the Month person or not. Did you end up getting something or no?
I did, but I technically can't talk about it because technically it's a SP, the
SMP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it? I don't know.
Oh, that one is? I almost picked that.
I didn't know that.
I was like, when am I going to read that?
Technically, two of the picks in, oh gosh, hooray! Technically, 2 of the picks in Book of the Month are St. Martin's Press.
Oh, when you do East sign on a Mac, it does balloons most of the time. It's not doing it for me, but
maybe it's done now.
Well,
It
no.
always.
I don't know. We were getting it to do it the other day too.
We were just like there's other things. If you do like a thumbs up or something, or maybe it's two. I don't know.
It's
Yeah.
both. If you do
Oh,
one thumb, it's
whoa.
a like button. If you do 2 thumbs, it's fireworks. If you do a heart, it's hearts. If you do a
you do
peace
thumbs
sign,
down,
it's
it's
balloons.
green.
And this is, I'm assuming it's on
Oh.
a Mac computer.
Yeah.
I can't
like
get it to do it.
I like the thumbs down one because I was like, oh, I can say I'm Rainy Barton, and then I can be like, make it rain.
Oh my gosh.
I know this is what I was making Brittany do at midnight the other day on her sprints, and she's like, Rainy, we need to go to bed, and I was like, it's more fun when we're doing this, Brittany. Oh, so funny. Oh, it is a show on Hulu. Thank you. I remembered sprints in time. Well, it's almost over, but you did make it for probably like a 30-minute sprint, and then I'll be done because I gotta go sleep after that. And I gotta put little dude to sleep because he's still not asleep. Because he just doesn't go to sleep ever. You know, he's a vampire and all. Not really, but but yeah, I'm just gonna do one more 30-minute sprint. So I don't know how many of you are gonna stay on or not, but I'm just gonna do 30 and then a little quick chatty bit and then probably be done. Does that work for y'all?
Yep.
All right, perfect. All right, fabulous. And look, it's enough. You are right. Take the win. You did make it for a 30-minute sprint. All right, let me put up the little last sprint thing. And let me reset the timer because it is not ready. Let's do a 30. Fabulous. Nope, it didn't save that. Okay. And no, I already did share. Where is it? There it is. Okay. All right. Happy sprinting. I'm so terrible at changing the screen. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. All right. Well, I didn't get any reading done because I had to force Lincoln to go to sleep. And he kept saying, I'm not tired, and fell asleep 2 minutes later. So, sure, you're not tired. So I just finished watching the Throne of Glass reading blog that Haley Hughes did. And honestly, it's making me want to leave Kelsea in the dust and read Crown of Midnight. Because I want to read it so bad. So I don't know. I'll wait for her because that would also leave not Neva behind. Because Neva, you read Crown of Midnight already, right?
Technically,
Technically.
I read it during Amazing Readathon, so I remember nothing that I read during Amazing Readathon.
Okay, so it doesn't count. Okay.
Which is why I told Kelsea, because I said to Kelsea, I said, when you say book 3, do you mean Crown of Midnight? Because we all started by reading The Assassin's Blade first. And she said yes. So I said, okay, well, I'll just wait for you. Because technically I'm on Air of Fire. Like, if you look at my Kindle, it says I'm 50% through Air of Fire. I remember nothing. So.
Okay.
I'm just going to start at Crown of Midnight and call it a day.
To refresh, though, on Throne of Glass. So. I'll watch.
I remember all of that. But
there was a video I saw. Someone had posted one that talked all about Throne of Glass. So I'll just read that or watch that and then update myself.
I think Hannah did one.
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to watch. I
can't remember what her actual channel name is off the top of my head.
Okay.
But when I see her, like, I know who her friends are, because her one friend is Kara, who does TBR Tinder.
Oh, yes. Oh,
it's
I know.
Hannah's Hannah. She did, I think, 2 different ones. She did one that was Throne of Glass with spoilers and one that was Throne of Glass without.
Oh, okay. I'll probably watch that then. All right. Well, while you're talking, Neva, how'd you do?
I did great. I finished my chapter and then of Harry Potter.
Nice.
So I'm on chapter 3. I mean, it's going very quickly, so like I don't feel like I need to like rush myself. You know what I mean? But I'm on at the beginning of chapter 3, and then I worked some more on my diamond painting.
Cool.
After I tried to salvage my wee wax that my 6-year-old decided she was going to get into. It's fine. It's saved. But Nicole, that's why right before we started sprints, I told her she can't diamond paint until Saturday.
I figured something went down.
Because I set up to film this morning, and I noticed that there were a bunch of diamonds put down on this diamond painting in the wrong spot. And I was like, okay, she got into the diamonds. So I was going to let that go. Well, then I opened my wee wax, and I don't know if you can see this on camera, but she like scraped a circle into it. Like all the way around. And I won this wee wax. Like, they don't make this scent anymore. And like, I watched the footage for my vlog back, and you can tell, you can't see my face. But I make like a small, like a gasp, because I had opened this wee wax so that I could scrape some into this pen to use for my ABs. And like, I almost started to cuss, and I remembered that I was filming. It's basically what happened. So you hear me go like that, and then I just keep talking.
Oh my gosh.
Ari.
Ari.
Yeah, but it's fine. I said something to her about it on the way home from school, and she was like, she's like, I'm 100% sorry, Bob. That's what she said. And then it made me feel bad.
Not like 50% sorry.
That's what she said. She was like, I'm 100% sorry. And I was like, okay, well, just don't do it again.
See, when Lincoln said sorry the other day to me, he said, I'm sorry, Mom, you just need to chill. I'm like,
Ari did that after she lost like half the diamonds for her chip painting that I ended up just getting rid of because I couldn't salvage it.
Yeah.
And she was like, I just need you to calm down, Mom. It's not a big deal. And I was like, well, this painting is not getting done. So it might not be a big deal to you, but this thing cost me $35. Like, that's a big deal, Ari.
Yeah.
And she was like, I just don't really think it's a big deal. But I mean, then it became a big deal because then I was like, okay, cool. Then you can't watch TV for the next 24 hours. And then it became a big deal because she got something taken away.
Suddenly it's important.
Well, how do you do now?
I read about 10% ish.
Okay.
And I like shut some stuff down, getting ready for bed, put some clothes away, and I cut down the tabs because they were like sticking out too far. So I cut down the tabs of my book that I was annotating last week. And yeah, productivity. That was a very productive 30 minutes.
Nice. How do you do, Nicole?
I also got to chapter 3, the beginning of chapter 3 in Harry Potter. That's the most reading that I have done so far today.
Nice.
But yeah, and just fluffed around with some stuff, getting distracted. Food needs to be consumed because I haven't had breakfast yet, and it's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So
Understandable. And how do you do?
Basically, as soon as we started the last sprint, my brain shut off. So editing had to stop because I was like, what am I even doing? What am I saying? Like it just wasn't computing. So I didn't do much of anything. I did read a couple pages. Thank you, thumbs up. Thank you for noticing. Yes. But yeah, so I'm tired. I have not been sleeping very well. I've had a lot of insomnia lately, like where I just don't sleep. But today I'm feeling it, so I might actually sleep.
Well, there you go. I hope you sleep. I hope you do.
Can I ask a really weird question?
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
Does anyone else find it really weird when real life people comment on things on your Goodreads?
Yes, but I don't have
That
that.
to me.
But why did that happen to you?
It just happened to me.
What did they say?
Okay, so I have a friend who's in when I lived in Florida, she went to a lot of my NA meetings with me, and we're friends on Facebook. And I've told people since the inception and beginning of my YouTube channel and making my Instagram what it is now, that if you do not want to deal with smut, do not follow me in real life. So today I found out that my stepdad follows me. So rest in peace to his eyes with all the things that he sees on my feed. But she commented and was like, I really wanted to love this book. First of all, ma'am, I didn't even know that you read smut. I mean, I should have known. Because I know her personality and I know who she is as a person. But the only things that she posts are Allie Hazelwood books. So I just assumed that that's all the romance that she reads, which is stupid of me because I know Nicole, who doesn't talk about the smut she reads, but she reads it.
looks really sweet, but really has a dark side.
I don't know how I feel about the fact that she's read Haunting Adeline because that's what she commented on. But also I didn't realize that she followed me on Goodreads.
See, I don't allow people that if I find out someone it depends. If there was someone that tried to friend me from my school and I instantly deleted that, I was like, nope, no one is allowed. Especially because I work at a private Christian school. You are not allowed to see all the bad stuff that I read.
Oh yeah. I've had teachers from my high school that tried to follow me on Goodreads, and I was like, absolutely not. You can't follow Instagram, you can't follow Goodreads. Why are you in my followers? What are you doing? Please see your way out. Thank you so much. My cousin, I had to kick her off of my Instagram because she couldn't figure out how to unfollow me. And listen, I love Jesus too. You know what I mean? But she and I love Jesus in very different ways. And she was very disturbed after she saw me post about the sinner. She was very disturbed. And I was like, you gotta get off my page. And she's like, well, I'll follow you on YouTube. And I was like, don't do that either. No, ma'am, because you will stumble across a live stream where I'm talking about something just way out of the ballpark. And then you're going to feel unwell. So I mean, no.
You meant to say to her, you're going to feel dirty and want to have a shower.
She's just a very like I love her, but she's like the same age as my mom. Like she's my cousin, but they're like they're only like they're not quite a whole year apart in age. Like they were born the same year, but at opposite ends of the year. So my mom was born February 75, and my cousin was born December of 75. She actually has the same birthday as my sister, and I know that like in her day, you know what I mean? Like in her younger years, she was kind of like a rebel child. But you would never know that now. Like if you spoke to her, you would never know. Like you would just be like I've had people that have said like, who is this person talking about Jesus all over your Facebook? And I'm like, just leave her alone. That's my cousin. It's fine. Like it's just what she does. Like she just, when I post something that bothers her, she will just, or that she feels like I'm sad or depressed, she'll just be like, just pray. Everything will be fine. I'm praying for you. Praise Jesus. Or she'll like leave like a paragraph of prayer on my page. I just let her do what she needs to do to help her. But you can't be on my Facebook, or not, you can't be on my Instagram. Absolutely not. That's it. That's all. I just wanted to know if it was weird to anybody else.
It doesn't happen to me, so I wouldn't know.
And I was like, real life people, who are they?
I was gonna say.
Well, sometimes I'm like, my internet friends are my only friends, and then somebody in my real life comments on something, or it will like message me and be like, oh, did you like XYZ book? Like the amount of people that I had asked me if I liked Pucking Around, and I was like, I don't think this is a book for you. Because I know that you in particular, like this one person asked, I know they don't want to read men having sex with other men. Like I know that they don't want that. They don't want gay. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I wouldn't. And then they went and read it anyway, and we're like, you didn't tell me that there was male action in this. And I said, did you not read the content warnings? Because first of all, I did tell you that. And second of all,
your content warnings, what are they?
It was listed in the content. Male, female, male, female, male, female, male. Like it's all listed there. So I tried.
You said they don't want gay. That sentence is so funny.
I mean, I don't know how, like, I love a gay book. Ari has outed me on the internet before and been like, I think you should read this because it looks like it's gay. Which I don't know. That was the blood trials. She held up the blood trials and said, I want you to read this because it looks like it's gay. And I was like, I don't think this is a gay book. It might be, but I was like, I don't think this is a gay book, ma'am. And she's like, but you love a gay book, Mom. And I'm like, yes, I do.
So okay. All right, let's finish up these comments. It's after midnight here. I made the mistake of checking an email. I was supposed to have tomorrow off, but I might have to have a meeting now. But won't know. Oh, you never check this late. No.
Yeah.
Nothing good comes from checking your work email late. Nope. I don't check. I check one time before I leave, and then that's it. I won't look at it again. That sprint was exactly what I needed. I hit my goal in Night Watch for February 1st, almost a quarter of the way through. Awesome. Got to page 164. Also, you should all go over to Nicole's channel right after this. I'm going to go to sleep, but Neva and her are going to with some friends.
Yeah, we're doing sprints on both of our channels, so.
Oh, nice.
Come hang
out. Made it to 76%. I still haven't read much. That's okay. I got to 55% because gay is a complete reason to read and watch things. I mean, yes, but it really is. But
it definitely is. If somebody's like, this is gay, it could be the worst thing I've ever seen, but I'm still going to watch or read it to find out.
But if you're not already following all these lovely people, then you should. I will make sure to put their handles in the description down below because I may have forgotten to for now, but I will do that. So make sure you follow them all. They're doing all exciting things. I don't know if any of you have anything you're doing up soon that you want to share before we say goodbye.
And TBR is coming eventually.
Okay.
Yeah. My whipping, what did I call it? Whip and February 2023 TBR. That's what I called it.
Oh, I hope you put 2024, not 2023.
Oh, shoot. Yeah, I did put 2024. But originally I typed 2023 and then I was like, well, that's not right. And then I said it wrong.
We're going back.
Whip and February 2024 TBR will be up sometime this weekend. Okay, it's taking me a while to superimpose the pictures, so it's fine. But it'll be up sometime this weekend. It'll go up on Patreon first for 24 hours, and then after the 24 hours, it'll be on the main channel.
Thanks.
And I have a gigantic secondhand book haul going up tomorrow. So bring your snacks and coffee, a blanket, sit back, relax. It's going to be about an
I
hour.
will be excited for that.
I can't
And
wait
I will-
for this.
Yeah.
I don't know how good it's turned out, but I did film it and I did edit it, and now I've just got to upload it.
The question is, do your arms hurt?
Yes. My
From the
RSI
teeth on the books?
so sore today.
Because
I even think I said in the video, I'm like, yeah, that hurt my arm.
you were talking about your voice being on, and I was like, rest in peace to her arms, because like these are physical books that you have to
Yeah.
like hold up to the camera.
The worst part was I've only put half of them onto the bookshelves. I have no more room.
Well, I mean, no one ever puts all the books away right after you haul. Like, I mean,
Oh no, they've been sitting in the trolley, for 2 weeks. Because yeah,
But she has no more room to put them away.
I've got no more room.
I also don't have any more room, so that's good.
I think I felt like last night I was sitting there watching what was I watching? I was watching something on TV. I think I was watching YouTube, and I looked down below and I'm like, they don't use that Xbox anymore. I might move that and put some books there. So that's now full. So you know where you normally put your video in and your Xbox, and you've got enough room to put like the games and everything down the bottom. That's all been ejected out, and books have been replaced. I'm embracing the empty nest because my children. I only have a child home for another 8 months, not even 6 months. And that'll be my last child out of the house. So I'm slowly but surely replacing all their stuff around the house with books and my things. So, yeah.
There you go. Taking
I
over.
haven't noticed yet.
That is okay. But yeah, so follow all the people. There's a million sprints happening this month for Battle of the Girl Bands. Honestly, probably I think every day again. So I don't know who's tomorrow, but it'll go up in the Discord at some point. Oh, Katy's tomorrow. Fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
What time?
I'm doing 5 p.m. EST, but I'm pretty sure there's still at least 1 or 2 more people, I think, sprinting, because there's pretty regularly like 1 or 2 every day.
Yeah.
And then I'll have sprints on Saturday morning at midnight.
Okay.
I will try not to let them get out of hand because they are Battle of the Girl Band sprints, but I can't promise anything, Rady.
They are sprints after dark. Girl Band edition.
Yeah, I mean, they're labeled as sprints after dark. I just need to change it so they're labeled as Girl Band edition, because when I scheduled them, I kind of like spaced that I scheduled them in February. So
You're fine. Everything's fine. But yeah, so sprint it up, follow all the people, watch all the videos, and we are gonna let you go. Thanks for hanging with us. Yes, thanks for the sprint. Thanks, friends. It usually takes me a few months to get used to the new year. Yes, and I also agree with that. All right. Well, we are going to see you guys next time. So goodbye.